welcome to episode 1176 of FloWrestling Radio, live from Austin, Texas. A special show today. We got JD, Say, and Kozak in studio. I'm your host, Christian Piles, and today, two very special guests. We're starting with the legend, my favorite MMA broadcaster, one of the best to ever do it, Daniel Cormier, joining us live from Gilroy, California. DC, how you doing this morning?
Yeah, I'm just sitting in some rich guy's living room. That's the beautiful thing about it. Look at Zoom. I'm in some rich dude's living room. He's a tech CEO, and he let me do my podcast from his living room.
That's right. It looks good. Yeah, DC's got a new studio, so he's been messing with the AI backgrounds. We had a couple good options there, but I like the living room.
I did. Yeah, right in Gilroy, man. Yeah. What's up, guys?
Not much, man. It is the start of wrestling season. That is a great time of year for me, and I know you, DC. Just your overall excitement for the start of a new wrestling season. You've got the team at Gilroy. You've got NCAA season underway. Just your overall thoughts.
Hey, it's the best. It's the best. I was telling someone the other day, I actually said it on Threads. I said, daylight saving time mean nothing more to me than it's wrestling season. That's right. It meant me and my son would be driving at 5:30 down to San Jose to AKA to wrestle. Like that's all right. That's all the daylight savings time means to me. We're getting ready to start wrestling season. It's ramping up. Obviously, my high school season starting. My son wrestles in Ohio this weekend at the middle school national duel. So wrestling season's taking on a little bit of a different meaning to me as my boy gets ready for high school. I'm pumped.
So he's in 8th grade. Will he be a freshman next year?
He'll be a freshman next year. Yeah, so we're starting his 8th grade wrestling season. Just finished football. Dude crushed his football season. So, hey, my son is like the best defensive player on his team, and his friend is the best offensive player. And we were doing really good. We're 5-3, 14U football, and we had 2 byes before the playoffs started. And now the first week of the playoffs is this week, and both of them are going to Ohio for the middle school national team. Can you believe when I had to walk up to that coach and tell him I was thinking, he goes, DC, no. I said, bro. I was like, man, we had this trip planned. What are you going to do? Like, we're going to national duels. We have to go wrestle.
Holy cow. Yeah, that's a tough conversation.
Nightmare. That's a tough conversation. And I'm a coach. So, like, if someone walked up to me and goes, hey, if you would call Daniel Zapata and said, hey, before the regional tournament, we need him as who's number one, and his dad would have came up to me, I'd have been like, yo, how much is it going to cost me to keep this dude on the wrestling mat?
100%. Does your son have a preference to football, wrestling?
He likes football, man. But you know what? Wrestling is like a thing that he's done since he was a little boy, and he enjoys it too, so we'll see. Awesome. He hasn't wrestled a match for a minute. Like, I've really taken a slow approach with him because I know when it's important. And we'll see how this year goes and in the high school.
Awesome. Well, we will definitely be rooting for him. And then for the college season, DC, your Cowboys, they had 2 wrestle at the All-Star Classic, and they're kicking off the season tomorrow. I'm going to be up there in Stillwater for their dual opener. Just your thoughts on the Cowboys this year.
I'm excited, man. Let me just give you an overall idea of what I'm dealing with now. Right now, we have Moses Maribel is at Oregon State. Cody Merrill's at Oklahoma State. Zapata's at NC State. The 2 Cortez boys are at Cornell, but they're at Finger Lakes. Elijah won the Clarion Open last weekend. Isaiah got 3rd. Daniel wrestles at the National Duels next week with NC State. He's traveling. Cody lost his ranking match, but we don't know how that's going to work out at Oklahoma State. I got a story for you guys as we get into the show in terms of Oklahoma State. But I'm excited, man, and it starts this weekend against Stanford. Big-time duel, because Stanford's got some good guys, too. And I'm excited, man. I cannot wait for the season. Watching the guys last weekend just crush it at the All-Star Duel Meet was awesome. And I'm excited about Coach Taylor. I'm excited about what they're doing, man. I don't care if there are hiccups like Cody losing that match, but it'll be fine. You know, things will be fine, and it'll be a good season for the Cowboys.
Yeah, totally agree. I'm excited to get a chance to watch them this week and next week at the National Duels Invitational. Your thoughts on the return of the National Duels sponsored by Paycom, you got Iowa, Oklahoma State, Nebraska, Ohio State, Minnesota, Virginia Tech, on and on. Just what this kind of can mean for the college wrestling season.
It's the best. National duels are the best because I love dual meets. That's why I do stuff like the Garlic City Rumble, and I try to get big duels in Gilroy because I went to Oklahoma State and duels meant everything to us. So national duels, my senior year, or maybe it was my senior year. I got a great story for you guys. I'm a storyteller. We go to Minnesota. I wrestled Damian Hahn because he's a young guy he's got it all. I crush him, dude. I crushed Hahn the first time. The next week, we're at the national duels. And this is just the wrestling season. Hahn beats me, but he just does a great job of like staying in the match, not getting blown out. And then he had this real weird ability to where if you're taking Damian down, he would gram you or he would do something crazy and score. He did that to me at the very end of the match to beat me. But remember, the national duels, the seats are right next to each other. I start trying to fight this dude. I'm such a sore loser. I'm on their side of the bench trying to fight this dude. Everybody from Minnesota was like, yo, this kid's crazy. I'm like, you just stalled the whole time. I wanted to cry, but I was like hiding my tears with trying to be a fake tough guy. The one thing I didn't want was for Damian to actually try to fight me because I didn't want to fight him. But I was trying to bully him because he beat me in a wrestling match. But yes, it's the emotions of the duel. And I know why I reacted that way. Because we wanted to win in the finals. And somebody else had just lost prior, and then we needed that dub. And I lost. And it just matters. The national duels matter. And I know there's money on it now and everything, but it's just that pride of representing your university and trying to win a national duels title. It means everything. So I'm excited about it. Happy it's back.
Yeah, we're thrilled as well. For you, national duels, did you have any memorable positive experiences that didn't involve you wanting to fight Damian?
I beat Brandon Eggum my junior year. He was number 2 kid in the country. And I was like just out of junior college and wrestling him in the NCAA national duel semifinals. And I beat Eggum. It was my first time. I had just come out of red shirt my junior year. And Eggum was a guy that was a 2-time All-American, I believe. He was number 2 in the country behind Sanderson. And I beat him in that duel meet. That was my first big win in college. I remember that. I'll never forget it.
That's awesome. And now thinking about, just that time period, this day and age, everything about every wrestler when they're coming up. Yep. Everyone knows for years who Daniel Zepeda is. How aware were you of Damian Hahn he did all this out of New Jersey and Brandon Eggum was what he was. And for just maybe give people that perspective of how it was different. There was that element of unknown.
It was so different for those high school kids. But when they were as good as Damian was, you knew, right? Even then, you knew how good that kid was. People knew how good Kale was when we left high school. Obviously, it wasn't as Bo Bassett right now has to be the biggest kid star I've ever seen in my entire life. If people would have seen what guys like Joe Heskett and Cale Sanderson were back then too, it would have been the same way. They just didn't have access to him as easily. We would look at the USA Wrestling Magazine had this thing. It was called Future Stars to Watch. And all you did was pray that one day you would be one of the two people that they highlighted in that section. So you sat there and you waited for that magazine to see if you made it. And I remember the first time I was in there, I got 3rd at the World Championships, and I was so happy that I had finally made it, especially being from Louisiana. Mm-hmm. So, yes, you were aware of the best ones, like a Damian Hahn, and I was aware of guys like Kale and them because we were on those teams together. But for the general public, they met us whenever we got to college. And I don't know that was worse because kids now have so many people following them that they learn to deal with it. They learn to deal with the stardom, but there's also some that can't handle that pressure and they start to veer off in the opposite direction, and it kind of crushes them because fame is hard to deal with, especially when you're a young kid. I remember Super 32 last year when I would leave the mat because, I went with Daniel because he got beat with Bo so bad at Who's Number One that we went to work and we really tried to prepare to give ourselves a chance to beat him again. And when we got to Super 32, Daniel would wrestle and Bolt was killing people. But Daniel was having tougher matches on the way over there, but we went for one match. But every time he left that mat, as many kids that were asking me for photos and autographs, they were doing that to him too.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized how much different wrestling is today. And a lot of that is credit to you guys for helping these kids build their platform and making them valuable to where they're collecting NIL and making money and doing all these things. But it also can be hard for a young man to understand the responsibility that comes with that fame.
Yeah, absolutely true. As we kind of look towards the national duels, I'll put you on the spot eventually, but just thoughts on the Cowboys draw. It's Cornell, then maybe NC State or UNI, but a lot of people kind of gravitate towards that Iowa potential matchup in the semifinal. Your thoughts on that dual meet and that rivalry, and maybe you have experience in that rivalry as well, of course.
It's the best. It's the best. It's one of the best rivalries in sports. I think when you look at matches, Iowa State, Iowa, obviously, Oklahoma's down right now, but the Bedlam duels, Iowa and Penn State. I don't care where I'm at in the world. If Iowa and Penn State have a duel, I'm watching, because Iowa seems to get up whenever they wrestle Penn State in most cases. Yes, it's exciting. I can't wait to watch them compete against the Hawkeyes if they get there. But there are tough matches. I mean, NC State is tough this year, man. Those guys are doing a great job. Zach Esposito and Pat Popolizio and the rest of that. They're doing a tremendous job over there out in Raleigh. That's a tough match. Cornell, I know they got it. Cornell's recruiting class from this past year is insane. So they'll have some time to get there, but they're still tough. There's so many good teams for Oklahoma State to get through. To get to Iowa, I know Coach Taylor and them are going to be locked in, but yeah, I expect them to do well. Look, man, you don't get excited for nothing. You get excited because there's a prospect of the Cowboys being great again. And now that's the expectation. It's time to start getting back to what you hope. And I mean, obviously getting the team trophy last year was one of those things, and hopefully we can continue to build. Yeah,
you had made reference. I think you sent a tweet about it after the wrestle-offs, like something to the effect that you never won a ranking match or you lost them all. Could you just give a little peek behind the curtain there on what you were talking about?
Bro, everybody was freaking out because Cody lost a ranking match. You're wrestling a teammate. I deal with that in high school. When you got two tough kids, they wrestle in a wrestle off, sure. And then you put them in the tournament together to see who competes better. And that's who wrestles. At the end of the day, that's who wrestles. And honestly, it was unfortunate at times for my friends, but I was at Oklahoma State, and my junior year, I lost to Pat Popolizio, I believe, in the finals of the Oklahoma Open. He was the starter. Then he got hurt or something, and I ended up wrestling. But then my senior year, wrestle-offs again. Pat beat me again. He beat me again. But there had been, and I hope Pat doesn't go, God dang it, dude, I left that in my past. I'm Pat Popolizio now. But we were wrestling Oklahoma, and he had beat me in the duel. And when it was time and the match got close, John just goes, "You're wrestling." I was like, okay. I got up off the bench, and I went and wrestled. I was sitting there eating like a granola bar. I had made weight. I was sitting there eating a chocolate granola bar. He's like, "Yo, DC, you're in." I went and I wrestled. And then he put us in the Reno Tournament of Champions, and I beat like 3 ranked guys, and I won. And that was the last time I ever heard about a wrestle-off. I never wrestled off again. So you wrestle off, sure, but you're wrestling your teammate. You wrestle these guys every single day. You go wrestle against the country, and let's see who competes better, and that's who wrestles, and that's how it works. Sometimes feelings get hurt, but that's just the way it works. You wrestle against the people that count against. And if you beat them better than your teammate does, then you're the person that should get to wrestle.
Yeah, absolutely. What's it like? You hear about this, especially with the higher profile programs. You hear about this Penn State, Iowa, Oklahoma State, you're just referring to it. Normally, if you're on a team, you know if you're going or not going. But on these teams and these programs in particular, it's like sometimes you just find out right then when the match happens. What's that experience like?
Well, here's the deal, right? Like in our situation, because I was an explosive kid that I could throw up big points, I kind of started to feel, man, if it's going sideways, they may go, hey, you go get some bonus points. Because I think they had wrestled prior, Pat and the guy, and it was like really close. But I had wrestled the kid and I just destroyed him. So I was like, there's a chance I'll get to compete. because it's getting so close in terms of the dual meet. But yeah, you got to be ready. You just sit there ready, man. You never know what's going to happen because those coaches are constantly working in terms of how does this work? How does this work? Does this guy do better against this guy? They've got a job to win matches and win football games. And they're going to make those decisions based on that. But never feel confident in you. If you're Roman Bravo Young, okay, you can sleep well at night. Or if you're Carter Starachi and Bo Nickel and those guys that won 3-4 titles, you can relax a little bit. But if you're not the guy like that, every night you better sleep with one eye open because there's going to be another person coming. They're always going to continue to recruit the best. And that's how you stay the best. Like people talk about Penn State, they're deep in this way. I don't know why this guy's going there. Kale and them are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. You recruit over everyone, and it makes your starter better. It also has that other guy chasing something. Because when you're the best in the country, especially as a high school kid, you're the best. But when you're behind another guy that's better, now you're chasing. So every day you're getting better because you're trying to catch someone that's out ahead of you. I think it's genius.
Yeah, no, you certainly can't blame, and everyone knows the impact of having that extra talent. Well, since I have you on, I'd be remiss not to ask a little bit about MMA. We get some MMA questions from time to time. And there's a lot of wrestling prospects that are kind of making their way. They're at different stages. Wanted to start with Gable Steveson. He's had a couple fights already. Just your thoughts on Gable, his progression. He was on with Ariel and basically said, I'm probably going to just stay focused on MMA and not kind of go back and forth from wrestling to UFC fighting. What do you think about that tactic and just overall Gable as a prospect in MMA?
So I was kind of sad when Gable decided to just walk away from wrestling because I still believe he's our best chance to continue to win the world championships. But then I watched him fight and I'm like, okay, here's one of the biggest issues in MMA right now. We have no Americans in the top 10 pound for pound. That's, to me, the craziest thing in the world. We have one American champion. That's Kayla Harrison. We need the American wrestler to get back into fighting. Because if the American wrestler gets back into fighting, then we have a chance. Because the American wrestler was myself, Henry Cejudo, John Jones, Colby Covington, Kamaru Usman. All of us were American wrestlers, and everybody became champion. We're not getting these guys fighting anymore. And because of that, you're starting to see the profile of the Americans start to fade. But then you get a guy like Gable Steveson. You get a guy like Bo Nickel. And then the prospects of returning back to that golden era of the wrestler and fighting becomes possible. So for Gable, I love that he's committed. Because not only can he wrestle if he needs to, he has now shown an ability or a lack of fear in terms of fighting. He fought in a thing where he just had to strike. They took away his greatest tool, and he signed up for it. Mm-hmm. And to me, that tells me that his mindset is of a fighter, and that's what you need first and foremost.
And obviously he's linked. He's being coached and trained by John Jones. You two are linked forever now. Your thoughts on John as a potential coach and leader for Gable?
So John Jones can coach. Obviously, he's a tremendous martial artist. My hope is that he has grown to the point now that he's mature enough to guide a young man without taking him down the dark path. That's it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, John has a ton of demons. He always has. And I don't know that those go away. But hopefully, it's not a negative influence on a kid that seems to have the world at his fingertips. Look, Gable, this now has to work, though, because he's done everything, right? He did WWE, he played football. He obviously can wrestle. Now he's doing MMA, something we thought he would do a long time ago. But now he's exhausted all those other options. John has to take a responsibility to Gable to make sure he's guiding him in the right directions and not just inside the octagon.
If you're watching Gable, and you're obviously you're tied in with the UFC, what do you think his time frame likely is? When do we see a Gable fighting in the UFC? If you had to guess.
So Mick Maynard was at his dirty boxing fight. Mick Maynard lives in Texas. Mick Maynard is the matchmaker for 125, 185, 205 in heavyweight. He was not there for no reason. Mm-hmm. He didn't fly to Texas. He didn't fly to Florida from Texas just to be there. He flew because Gable Steveson is the type of prospect that you fly to see. Hey, you know what was most impressive about Gable's fight? Gable knocked some dude out in 15 seconds, right? With just striking. He celebrates, but this dude weighs about 275 pounds. He just jumps over the top rope. Did you see him jump over the top rope?
It's unreal. Unbelievable.
He literally runs, starts going, and then just jumps over the top rope. How do you pick that big ass up and take it over the top rope? He's an amazing athlete, man. This dude is going to be a problem for these guys.
He's one of one.
That impressed me.
Yes, absolutely.
That impressed me.
That was crazy. And you'd mentioned Bo Nickel as well. He's on the card next week.
Yep.
I think he's on the prelims now. He had the loss to RDR, and we hadn't seen him in quite some time. Has your opinion on Bo Nickel as a prospect changed at all?
I'm not giving up on Bo yet. He's a winner. I believe that he can still do it. Like, so many people are like, well, Bo Nickel isn't who he's supposed to be. Well, here's the thing. Bo Nickel shouldn't have been fighting Rainier DeRitter. He's too young. I think so many people underestimated who DeRitter was. And because Bo had so much success so early, they didn't recognize that he was in there with a guy that was a champion in ONE FC in 2 divisions, who had won over 20 fights. When you really look at it for what it is and you look at it fairly, Bo was supposed to lose. Our view was skewed and our opinions were skewed because he was fighting a level of competition that wasn't at that level. And he got in there over his head. But the only reason he got that opportunity was because he looked so fantastic before.
Right.
But it's not like Rainier DeRitter hasn't just beaten just about anyone. I mean, he beat Robert Whitaker. Robert Whitaker is one of the greatest middleweight champions of this last generation. And he beat him. That's how good Rainier DeRitter is. So, yeah, I'm not giving up on Bo Nickel. Outside, until Gable Steveson just came, I believe that Bo Nickel was still our greatest chance at an American champion. I think he's second now to Gable Steveson, but still has a big future in mixed martial arts.
No question. And for, everyone listening to the show has probably wrestled in matches, but being in a fight, the experience, how essential is getting 10, 12, 15 fights? You can get 50 matches in a season, but that experience of just getting that time in the cage, how essential is that for a fighter's development?
It's the best. I mean, there's nothing like preparation through the fire, right? Like, I started fighting, and I think I had won 7 fights when I fought my first guy that had fought for a UFC championship. And I think that was Jeff Munson. And then I beat Josh Barnett when I was 9-0. We are lucky to have experienced wrestling at the highest level because it prepares you. But even Bo, right, for as good as he was as an NCAA champion, he never got to deal with the pressure of an even higher level. And so when things start to go bad, you got to know how to operate in the bad. Whereas when you're a guy that wins as much as Bo does, and he goes to the World Championships at U23 and he gets a medal, and even if you don't win the whole tournament, you're still finding a lot of success. But what happens when it goes all the way south? We had to deal with that, like at the Olympic level. So Henry Cejudo winning a world title didn't surprise me. Henry Cejudo being so good so early didn't surprise me, because those experiences from 2007, where he loses his first match and he's the worst guy in the bracket, to 12 months later he's an Olympic champion, showed me that he worked through all the bad, and in 12 months he changed the results so drastically that he went from being the worst in the world to the best in the world. So when Demetrius Johnson finishes him in the first round, and then the next time they fight, Henry beats him, I'm not surprised. People that have success their whole life, when they get dealt like that horrible hand where it goes really bad, it becomes difficult until the next time. Now Bo knows how to deal with that. He's not going to struggle as much as he did last time, because in the last time, honestly, man, he got beat physically, but that guy broke him down mentally too. And I just know that now if he gets hurt physically, his mind's going to stay with him, and it'll make him much more dangerous. I think he'll be better because of what happened to him in the last fight.
Yeah, totally agree with that. Had a question. I got picked on a little bit at the All-Star. I was doing a post-match interview with a Cowboy, Zach Ryder, and he put out his hand to shake my hand, and I didn't see it right away. So someone asked, hey, in light of that, have you ever had what's like your most awkward like post-match interview experience that you've had to go through? Because those things can be kind of tough.
I run away. They all try to grab the mic for one other word while I've got the producers in my ear going, get out of there. They're all like, get out of there. Because the person's going long. It's a lot of the Brazilians. You have like I ask the question. I give it to the translator to repeat the question. Then the person answers. Then the translator repeats the answer. And it's like, you get like one or two questions. And then the person's like chasing you out of the octagon, grabbing at you. And I'm like, kind of like giving them the cold shoulder. That's terrible. I also had a bad handshake with, was it Jared Cannonier or I don't know who it was, but I had one of the black fighters. We had a really bad handshake. Every time I see him now, I'm like, man, there's no way. I go, you're the only brother that I've had this bad a handshake with. Like 2 black dudes should never have that bad a handshake. It was really awkward. I was like, this is bad. So yeah, that happened inside the octagon once too, and I was like, yeah, man, it's embarrassing.
That's hilarious. Okay, I'm glad I'm glad if it can happen to the best.
What happens?
I don't feel so bad now.
You know what's the worst thing is when you go out there, Christian, and you know there's one question you have to ask, and then you don't, and then you sit down and you go, why didn't I just ask this one? That's the one that bothers me the most.
100%. I have definitely experienced. Like, why didn't I ask that? I hope I don't have one of those after you sign off, Daniel, because then I'll be regretting it. It's a special opportunity, and really appreciate you coming on here, man. It's great. Okay, fellas, any questions from the chat? Zach's chomping at the bit here.
I had one. Keith Gothard in the chat mentioned that you and Chael talked about Carter Starachi coming to train with you. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So I have a team now. I started a fight team. It's called the Academy Fight Club. So I have my Daniel Cormier Wrestling Academy, and I started an Academy Fight Club where I'm training pro MMA fighters. And Chris Pendleton, head coach at Oregon State, threw me and Carter Starachi on a group message because Carter has shown some interest in fighting. And he has for a long time. So I'm excited about Carter getting out here and putting him in front of guys. I've got like 3 or 4 young wrestlers right now that are training. They're struggling a little bit, but it'll come. I know it's hard, right? Because 2 months into my career, I got my nose broken by Cain Velasquez. So it's a matter of getting those guys in there with these pros. And as long as they can get through the early part of their career where things don't go so well, they'll be champions.
DC, you were talking, you want more wrestlers, to go the MMA route, kind of like your generation did. Now, for a guy like Carter, who has a legitimate shot at making an Olympic team in 2028, but has been like, I want to be a UFC champion one day. Would you recommend, hey, stick out, try and achieve those Olympic dreams for a couple of years, or you need to get a head start on your MMA training?
So that was my situation. When Dwayne Zinkin called me back in 2001, I told him, I said, hey, I want to try to make an Olympic team. He goes, well, the moment you're done, call me, right? He was patient. And I made those 2 Olympic teams, and then I called him as soon as I retired. I would say cross-train in MMA, do some jiu-jitsu when you have your off days, and do some striking just to train. It works. But I think Carter's in a bit of a unique situation here and it's not a good situation. I think he has some issues he's dealing with, or is that Aaron Brooks? Which one of those guys is dealing with those? It's Aaron. Yeah, Carter still has time to get better, but just do it in cross-training and then commit to it full-time. But wrestling is not year-round. So if Carter comes out and he has a week and he spends it out here with me and I'm training them and showing them the basics of fighting, great for Carter. Take that home. Have somebody hold the pads. Repeat some combinations, or jump on the bag. Jump on the bag and just punch. And then when you come back to me for another week, there you go, Carter, I'm going to work with you. And then we'll work closely with him to make sure that he is doing everything he needs to get better. Because there's a few things that he will do naturally, and there are things that we're going to have to teach him. But yeah, I'm excited about the prospects of working with a guy like that. That's the type of guy that I can tell the UFC he'll be a world champion. Just give me the time and to work with him, and then we'll get you an American guy that can beat just about anyone.
Yeah, Strachey's work ethic is unmatched.
Yeah, he's the man.
The other question I had for you, do you ever just kind of wish you were maybe more athletic?
Oh, my God.
Oh, did you see that? These kids, that was crazy, bro. It was crazy. It's these trendy things, man. It is like, bro, I can't help. I don't know what I'm doing, but like I'm
they got you.
I'm not grumpy. I did. I'm not grumpy, but I'm like the old dude that people mess with, and I go viral for something I don't want to go viral for. It's like I got in trouble for Tom Aspinall because I'm whispering to him about something, and then the girl comes up to me and goes, "You ever wish you were athletic?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Like a 21-year-old kid, you know.
Roll the tape. Yeah. Roll the tape.
Roll the tape. How many highlights do you want?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then Hamzat's picking you up, you know.
Hey, I had to tell Hamza, I'm like, you guys got to stop picking me up, man. I'm not that little dude. I'm not Hezbollah, man. Y'all can't just be carrying me. What about when Khabib and them be carrying Hezbollah?
Yeah.
He's like 22 years old. I'm like carrying him on his hip.
Like a baby.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
A quick question. Yeah. This is a wrestler that's in MMA, another cowboy, but are you keeping tabs on Jacoby Smith? I know he's a big prospect.
Oh. Yeah, we actually manage Jacoby Smith. Me and Bob Cook and Dwayne Zinkin. So yeah, Jacoby Smith, Kyle Crutchmer, Nick Piccinini, all of our guys. Yeah, Jacoby Smith is the man. He was just out in Vegas a couple months ago, and he was doing something called Future Stars in the UFC. He's another one that is exciting.
Yeah.
Jacoby Smith was on the radar the moment he walked into the Oklahoma State wrestling room. Zach Esposito sent me a video. He goes, "You got to see this kid. He's so athletic." And Jacoby's just in there doing backflips. But, I mean, he's like flipping through the air and flying. And I was like, yeah, let me keep tabs on Jacoby. And then Crutchmer is literally the best. So he kind of immediately put us in contact with Jacoby and said, take care of him. He's going to be one that's going to be special. Because even when he couldn't fight, he's a fighter. He's not afraid of anything. And I think that he's got a massive future in the UFC.
Yeah, he was one
Tommy
of the most...
Gant, too. Tommy Gant, too.
Yeah.
We managed Tommy Gant also, who just got his contract on the Contender Series this year.
That's awesome. Love Tommy Gant. He's the man.
He's the man. He is the man. Let me tell you something. They are in trouble with Tommy. He don't get tired. No. He went on the Contender Series. And he had to fight a way that he doesn't even fight. Tommy's so methodical that in round one, you might fight him pretty good. But then in round two, when you start to get a little tired, Tommy's building. By round three, you're exhausted. I watched him beat a kid that fought in the UFC when he just was starting. And by the middle of the second round, I heard the kid's coach say to him, if you finish this round, you can stop. Like, but wait, Tommy's the amateur here. Tommy had him gassed, man. He's a stud, bro. I think he's going to be and he's big for 155.
Oh, yeah.
Who fought at 185 at one point. Now he's fighting at 155. He's going to be a problem, a real problem.
DC, I'll never forget. It's like a core memory. I was at NC. This may have been the first time I went to NC State to watch a practice. And this was, I think, Tommy's senior year. He was ranked number 2 of the country most of the year. And I knew he was really good, and I've watched a lot of college practices. But I can't remember who his poor partner was. He beat this dude. So he kept him on the wall, standing for like couldn't do anything. Just for I'm not kidding, 20, 30 minutes. Just massacred this kid. And like you said, he's not tired at all.
If you show fatigue, he'll go chase it out of you.
Yeah.
Hey, I always tell people at practice, I said, listen, when I walk into an octagon, every time, because Kane and I and Khabib, we all had good cardio. We all knew I'd get tired. But you're going to be more tired than me because I'm going to make you work harder and harder and harder. Now, only Khabib was undefeated. So it never went sideways. But it never did not go sideways. But every time you walked in there, it wasn't about fighting the man. I didn't mind fighting the man. I didn't mind fighting the vessel. I was fighting that man for his spirit. I wanted everything that was inside of him. I wanted to pull at that. And then when you give me your soul, I choke you. Or I pound you. I was fighting his soul every time. Not this. The muscles and the arms and the knees. I wanted to fight like that thing that was inside of you. And I wanted to pull it out of you and then take your heart and you go, here, man, take this home. Like, I have nothing for you. So when you take a guy like a Volkan Ozdemir and you know you're not supposed to put him in a crucifix, that doesn't work in high-level MMA. But when you take his arm and you pin it down with your knee and you just punch him, even if it's soft, to the point that the referee says, this guy can't move, he's not going to ever get up. Stop the fight. Or Rumble Johnson, God rest his soul. If you're so fatigued that you turn over and let me choke you, Derek Lewis, that's me taking everything I went with to go get. I got it. I take that home to my house. I put it on my mantle, and I go home and just have like the greatest steak dinner of my entire life because now I'm good. Like, I go eat that steak, and I don't like steak super like red, but I'm like, give me that shit raw because I just took another man's soul. Come with me. If I decide that you walk behind me for the rest of the week, that's what you do. I took your soul. I want your soul, Christian. I'm not fighting your vessel. I want your whole body. I want all of it.
Get ready, CP.
I don't want this. I'm not making this walk, DC. Hey,
no, it's the best.
It's
the best walk ever.
I have three more things. The first, you kind of referred to it. The darkness of that mindset that you get to.
Yeah.
For you to get to that, just knowing you and how you are generally, that seems like a pretty big departure. I can see it with some, you think about someone like Pereira, it's like, okay, that maps. Daniel Cormier, you're one of the most savage killers that the cage has ever seen. How did you develop that? It's not just something that happened, it's a skill. How did you get to that point?
So I was always kind of a mean physical person on the wrestling mats and in life, but it's one of us. Like, it's not, when you sign up to go in an octagon and fight, one of you have to walk out of there. You don't really have a choice. If you go in there and you question, you're going to get beat. And I once watched Herschel Walker, who was one of the nicest people ever. He flipped this switch and he turned into the most crazy human being I'd ever seen in my life. He was cussing. He doesn't cuss. He was speaking to himself in third person. He was saying how bad he wanted to hurt this person when he fought. And I was like, yo, I got to get there if I want to be the best. Because I can't, I'm a fighter, right? But I'm an athlete. I love competition. Like, that's the thing that drives me, competition. But you can't just compete. You got to be willing to fight. And yeah, I'd go in the back and I would lay there and I'd close my eyes. And I knew that I was at a point in my career where things were about to skyrocket when I could walk into an arena and there's so many people out front. And the first thing I would do was just lay on the ground, close my eyes, and go to sleep. Because I was like, I'm on the verge of something insane in 3 hours. But let me take an hour nap to try to settle myself because I'm so juiced up and fired. But it's the best.
Yeah.
But you really, and hey, we're not normal, Christian. Like, I'm nice, but guys that fight in octagon, they're not normal. There's something in there that's a little bit different. And I think I was able to tap into that.
No doubt about it. And, later on the show, Ben Askren is going to be joining us. You're a good friend.
That's my boy right there.
Our good friend. Seeing how well he's doing. You were on an Olympic team together. You've known Ben a long, long time. And we actually had a question. I'm actually going to ask both of you this one. Someone asked if Ben has ever taken you down. Has it ever happened, Daniel?
In real life? Like, really? I don't know. I don't know if we've actually wrestled 100%, but I'm sure he could. Dude was tricky, man. When we were on the Olympic team in 2008, I would go to wrestle around, and when I was trying to get some weight off or something, you always went with Ben because he would just work and work and work, and he would extend situations, but I'm pretty sure he has.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I honestly don't know because I used to beat his ass. I used to beat the shit out of Ben. He was too small. And plus, he never cowered down to me, right? He was like, that's why we became so close because everybody else was a little bit afraid of me. Ben never was. And I really appreciated that. But I'm happy he's doing well. We actually spoke on the phone yesterday, and I'm trying to just tell him, hey, don't go crazy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you're feeling better. just make sure you're mindful of what you're doing and make sure you're not overextending yourself. He was in the sauna yesterday when I called him, so dude's a psychopath.
He's nuts.
Yeah, he was.
That's my number one concern too. Is like this guy is in many ways he's kind of Superman and
he is the best.
But he's smart.
Well, he cheated me in disc golf when I went to his house.
I saw that roller.
He's such a cheater. His wife even was like, Ben, he doesn't know the rules. He doesn't know that that's illegal. But there goes Ben, always trying to win. I was so scared when he got sick, dude.
Oh yeah,
I was so scared. I was really, really scared because we had a podcast and we did the podcast the day before he left, and then all of a sudden he's like dying. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
crazy.
That was
That was very scary.
That was scary and horrible. But it's amazing to have him doing so well. Excited he's going to be on. Last question before we let you go. Again, so appreciative of your time, Daniel.
All good.
Your prediction for the national duels. Who's going to bring it home?
Oh yeah. Hey, that national. Sorry, Zach. I love you. Pat, I love you. But you guys know that title's going back to Stillwater, man. Hey, it's the home of wrestling. It is the home of wrestling, and we are now back on the verge of becoming great. Hey, it's only a matter of time before we're challenging everybody for a national title. Obviously, I'm speaking of one team, but we'll challenge everyone to win a national title because I believe in Coach Taylor. I believe in Coach Caldwell. I believe in Kevin Ward, Coach Ward. I believe that those guys will drag this team over the finish line. And I believe in Cody Merrill. And I know that at the end of this season, Cody Merrill will become the first All-American or national champion from Gilroy High School under my regime. But he will not be the last. He's only the start of what's coming next, right? Obviously, we have all those kids I named earlier. Moses Mendoza, won Super 32 a couple weeks ago, is going to Michigan. Travis Grace is going to Oregon State. Khalil Garcia, another kid, just is going to West Virginia. It's crazy. Ty Ice is at Nebraska. You know what's crazy is that in the last 3 years, we have 10 or 11 kids out of Gilroy High School in Division I program. That's an insane number for a little school in Northern California. And Justice Zuniga is from Washington, but now he's at Gilroy High School, and he's going to Arkansas Little Rock. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Well, Daniel, we're lucky to have you. Wrestling's lucky to have you. Gilroy, so appreciative of all your contributions to the sport. I know you'll probably be at the UFC fight, won't be at National Duels, but enjoy that as well. Thanks so much for your time.
Can you imagine? Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena. I get to sit at the cage right next to it. Envy me. Envy me, Christian.
I do.
Envy me. And I'm going to the White House. If that's not enough, I'm going to call a fight on the White House lawn. So, hey, what's his name again?
JD.
Yeah. Oh, DC, you ever been athletic? Shane, envy me. I'm going to the White House to call a fight.
That's awesome. Right, JD.
That's
in your face.
Yeah.
JD, in your face, JD.
Yeah. The great Daniel Cormier. Thank you so much, DC.
All right.
Have a great day. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Just a pure electricity.
Oh, yeah.
Start to finish.
Well, how much he loves the sport is just so obvious,
Yeah.
and how much he has committed to it and all the different endeavors, coaching, participating, and
I don't know how he has time to hop on with.
He
us
doesn't.
for 40 minutes.
He doesn't. I'm sure he's going to whatever he's doing. I remember it was years ago. Bader was trying to get something going with him, and he is just he is the busiest person that exists. It is just nonstop. But great that he made a little bit of time for us. Loves the Cowboys. Loves wrestling.
nice that tech CEO let him post up in his living room. Podcast.
You think DC doesn't have a dope living room? Come on now.
DC said some rich guy's room. It's like,
Yeah, I'm like, you're the rich guy, Daniel.
you point in the mirror. It's Spider-Man me.
Yeah, we envy him.
He is the man. Envy me, JD. Dang, you got him. Yeah. I would never have asked him that.
I can't believe you said that to him.
This is generational.
The gall on you.
Yeah, never.
He's gonna take your soul.
I have to get that. I have to get that viral clip. You know.
Oh man. Yeah, now the viral clip is him saying, "Envy me, JD." Yeah. That's the one we're gonna make go viral.
Oh, we'll see that on
anything for content.
Yeah.
I'll sacrifice myself.
Gotta sling that tent.
All right. Shout out DC. Ben's gonna join us in a little bit.
12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, Spay?
Yeah, I was just, if I could interrupt and let people know that.
Interrupt quickly.
The next generation of Flow Wrestling is here, the future of Flow Wrestling. So, Greg, our producer, if you could throw up that QR code on the screen and let people know that you can take a picture of that, go to the all-new Flow Wrestling, watch the live stream while browsing brackets on our new mobile app, get unlimited free gratis notifications, check out our new athlete profiles and so much more, and keep sending us feedback because it's going to help us make Flow Wrestling better. We do listen to it, and we are improving every day.
Sweet.
All right. For the next 10, 12 minutes, we are going to talk Oklahoma State versus Stanford. The best duel of the weekend goes down Friday night, 7 p.m. Central in Stillwater. This is going to be our weekend pick'ems.
Uh-huh.
This is another year-long segment we're going to do. We got to think of maybe of a cool name for it. That's in progress. But we're going to keep a tally. Christian and me, we're going to pick...
Battle.
We're going to pick match winners based on confidence.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to do
all 10. At the end of the year, you steal each other's soul or something. The soul is on the line here.
Yes.
This is serious stuff.
Are we doing a coin flip
pinks.
again? Or
No. Let
gets to go
JD.
first?
I don't want to hear another complaint about the order and the snake draft.
No excuses.
JD can pick the first 5 if he needs to.
Hey, did you get word on Stanford lineup and
Is Provo?
I did.
the guys that didn't wrestle?
The word I got was they're hopeful they'll have everyone.
Okay, cool.
So
We also got to figure out, probably won't count these, if a guy doesn't wrestle or kind of like we have done, in the past. But
Well, maybe that has to factor into your picks is, the knowledge of
just
whether they're
Oklahoma
gonna
State
wrestle or
versus
not.
Stanford.
yeah, because we're
At this
picking
weight-
winners.
Right.
You're not necessarily picking. The matchup may not happen. I don't know that necessarily Stanford is going to wrestle Jackson Mankowski.
Oh, but yeah.
We don't know.
You got to factor that into your
So
pick.
JD goes first, but then do you go? When do you get 2 in a row?
Well, no 2 in a row.
No snakes?
No snakes.
I think it doesn't make sense. You just go back and forth.
Go back and forth.
Yeah.
No snake.
Okay.
No snake.
All right. So you can go first. So we're doing Oklahoma State versus Stanford. There's a lot of great matches here.
There's so many. And we'll talk more about the good matchups kind of
We got some easy ones to
depth.
start.
Right. So
Not many.
my first pick, I'm going 184, Zach Ryder over Woj.
Yeah. Abe Wojowicz.
That's right. Like NBA Woj, this is NBA, this is NCAA wrestling.
This will
Woj.
be another Woj bomb.
Yes.
But
Correct.
Zach Ryder. Yeah, Zach Ryder, big favorite here. Excited to watch him again, but really all eyes on the national duels for Zach. My pick, a lot of hype about this guy, and I'm excited to watch him. Connor Doucette. I've got Connor Doucette at heavyweight getting the win over Jackson Mankowski. That's my first confidence pick.
My next confidence pick, after talking DC, give me 197.
Ooh.
Merrill Time over Brooke Byers.
Okay. Merrill over Brooke Byers. So we got the heavyweight. Now all
84 through 285 off
all
the
the
board.
remaining matches are tough.
Yes.
Tough. These are not right. You have these weights wrong, but that's okay. Next up, I will go. This gets hard right away. I'm going to go Spratley over Provo.
Ooh, I don't know. I like Provo.
I like him too. I don't
But
like.
part of the pick is, will we see Provo? If there's no Provo, that's a huge. I mean, it could.
Well, we locked into
I'm locking in.
just Cowboy over Tree over Cardinal.
Well, I think
Your winner has to wrestle.
yeah,
your
your
winner
guy.
has to
You pick a name, and that guy has to get his hand raised.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
These two did wrestle back in 2023.
Provo won.
Provo won. Just
Hey,
the way CP
It worked,
likes
it worked out for you last week.
Worked out with Little. It's going to work out here. There's no concerns from Team CP on this one.
No concern.
0.
All right. My next pick, I'm going to go
Oh,
57. Give me Daniel Cardenas over the Cowboy.
okay. Even if it's Rabadou.
Even if it's Rabadou.
I think it's going to be. Well, I kind of do. I think it's a
You
great.
kind of do think it's going to be Rabadou?
Here's why I think you use Landon Rabadou right now. Because you have an idea right now of how good Landon is, but you're not certain. And you want to win. You use him here because you want to win national duels so badly. And you need to know what you have
Right.
going into that. What better way to learn than to put him out there against Daniel Cardenas?
Yeah.
You know, if that's a war or if he wins, okay, this is a guy we can lean on throughout the national duels. If he goes and he struggles and maybe he's not quite there yet and he loses by 3 or 4 and it's not that competitive, it's like, okay, maybe Teague's our better guy or maybe we need to alternate. So I think you got to use Robidoux here, and I'd be nervous picking Cardenas if it is in fact Landon. Okay, next one. I'm gonna go Vega over Consiglio at 141.
Okay.
And I think they are going to use
Vega.
I think so.
Cardion.
I think
either way, Cowboy's still the favorite.
Yeah.
But you have to pick winner, you said.
Dude, what if they wrestle? But I think
that's a no-go. That's a zilch.
Has Oklahoma State put out any sort of probables? Because it is what?
Sorry, I was dealing with somebody in the chat.
Don't deal with them. Deal with us.
Kozak's going to war.
No. I was cleaning the chat up.
Okay. All right.
I had to take somebody out.
Some bad boys.
Put him in timeout.
Yeah.
Send him to jail.
I
Warden Kozak.
just Googled OK State and thought I would get the answer to my question.
Let's see.
Of their probables.
AI is just not where we.
Come on, dude. You know what I'm looking for.
No, I don't understand the way that they wrote this article here, but no probables that I see right now. Okay.
Dang it. If I lose because
it's a risk.
Carter Young wrestles, not Sergio Vega. But you know what? It counterbalances because this is actually a really good value because they're going to be a big favorite. So as long as I guess the right one, I'm going to get it. So it comes out in the wash. All right. I've got Vega. I think you use him just to see what you got. He won the ranking match.
Yeah.
My next pick, the ski.
Over Aeden.
Okay. 49. That's going to be one of the more interesting bouts.
All right. Now it's getting sassy here. So here's what I have to choose from. D. Lockett versus Hunter Garvin. Alex Facundo versus Lorenzo Norman. Tyler Knox versus Richie Figueroa. I think those are the only ones left.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one thing I was going to mention, 197, I would not expect Brooke Byers. I would expect Posada.
Ooh, Poway.
Yes, and that kid is really tough. That's
a tough match.
That's a hard match for Cody.
Posada's good.
And that's who you picked. So,
still Merrill time.
Look, and he might not even go. He lost his wrestle off.
Well, then I didn't lose.
Then I'm right again. Okay, I'm going to go. Should I just do it? I'll go Facundo over Lorenzo Norman.
Okay.
Storm and Norman.
Yep, I like that. I mean, Lorenzo is so good, but I don't know.
You've been driving the Facundo's going to be a really good train.
Yeah, I'm on
all summer, and not that I'm not on it, but you've really been.
I'm on it.
You're the conductor.
You're a passenger. I'm conducting.
Yeah, I'd like to see him up at 174. This is going to be interesting. I mean, he had to cut all the way down to 157. This will be nice for him to be 174.
Absolutely right.
Sorry, James, I missed your last pick.
The ski.
The ski.
F49.
Over Aeden V.
I'm going. This hurts me.
Uh-oh.
But I'm going D. Lockett over.
Over Garvin? Over an Iowan.
I know.
You're not even going to be welcome back in the state after this.
Oof. I know.
I almost did that too.
But this is one of those classic times we pick upside over proven seniority.
Dude,
it's also because I don't know 33.
Ooh, I don't either.
Flip a coin.
I'm going to go, oh my gosh. I'm going to go Knox over Figs.
Ooh.
I think that's the pick.
I don't know if that's
what I would
the
do.
pick, but that's the pick I just made. Okay, cool. We did this.
It was
our dear friend Ben, I believe, is here. I'm seeing him.
There he is.
Is that you, Ben?
That's me. How are you guys doing?
What's up? How are you doing?
Man, I had a busy morning, so hopefully I don't wear out on you guys.
Okay, why? What were you up to, if you can say?
Just a bunch of AWA work, and I took my daughter to school, and I had, a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. You're driving around a lot? You making a lot of trips?
No, most days I just stay here.
Gotcha.
But I do drive, so I took my daughter to school today. I don't remember when the last time I drove before that is. Yeah, I don't leave a lot because I'm not supposed to be around a lot of people, so it's pretty much just like, hey, stay here and do my thing all day, and once in a while I'll leave.
We had your buddy Daniel Cormier was on the show at the beginning, and he said he talked to you yesterday, and you were in the sauna?
Yeah. I did. That was awesome. I loved it.
Was that your first time in the sauna in a while?
I think second time.
How long you last?
About 30 minutes. It's a red light. It is funny. I was actually just going to ask my doctor, but it feels as though my body doesn't regulate temperature as well because I'm getting way hotter, like way faster than previously. So I don't know what the deal is there.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Before we get into a lot of wrestling talk, any updates? I know you're very frequently giving a lot of updates, but anything you want to give?
No, I haven't been giving very many updates lately, actually, because it's like I feel like. Oh, sorry, I'm messing with my camera.
No, you're good.
I feel like I'm pretty. I don't stable. I don't know if that's the right word, but like before it was like there was just changes all the time because I was so bad and. There was things to update people on, and now it doesn't feel like that's nearly the case. So I feel like not really anything that worthy of an update that often.
Gotcha. Well, we're glad to hear that.
Absolutely.
Another Daniel, someone asked, hey, have you ever taken down, because I sent the tweet that you and DC were both gonna be on the show, and someone asked, has Ben ever taken DC down? Of course I had Daniel's answer, but I wanted to know yours.
I mean, honestly, I don't even know if we've ever wrestled like really 100% wrestled. I know we played around some at the training camp. DC's a chunky butt, man. He had me by about 70 pounds then, because he was probably 240 and I was probably low 170. So I don't know that that's a fair contest, but all in all, I do know that I'm a significantly better athlete than he is. And, it is really impressive. It speaks to his work ethic that he made it so far with being so unathletic.
Oh man. JD got him too. I would never have. JD asked what it would have been like if he was athletic. Can you believe this?
That is, JD, you picked that up. Who said that first? There was a video of it, right?
Yeah. It went viral like a week ago of some girl asking him if he ever wishes he was more athletic.
Yeah.
So funny.
And he got the whole point of that, because it's like a trend, I think, and the whole point is just to get like people angry, like get like good athletes fired up, and he fell right into.
Who wouldn't want to be more athletic though? I mean, that could work for anybody. No matter where you
yeah, everyone was.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's a good tactic. You're married now, right, JD?
I am.
You just got to figure out which buttons to push on your wife, and it's so funny because, like with Amy, there's certain things I'll say. I know it's going to get her upset, and she knows I'm trying to get upset. But every time I say it, she can't help but get upset a little bit. It makes me laugh so hard because it's like I've done this to you 500 times by now. Like,
you think you'd catch?
What are we doing? Why are you so mad?
Can't help it.
So funny.
I feel like that happens to me a lot in my life. People, I can't help myself. I just fall right into it no matter what. I'm not even gonna bring it up. I'm already bringing it up. That you're gonna talk about Cal Ripken. It's not happening this time.
Oh,
Ozzy loves baseball now. I had to tell him about Cal Ripken, the Iron Man.
Let's go. Let's see.
Tell him about his off the field troubles.
He has no off the field troubles. You can tell him he's a great role model on and off the field.
And how the Orioles shut down the lights so he could make his game.
This is ridiculous.
His suspect relationship with his roommate.
These guys lie. So
I actually didn't know anything about this.
Because there's nothing to know. It didn't happen.
Yeah, you look into it. That's all we'll say.
Yeah, look into
it. Are you saying he's gay, or what do we say?
No, we didn't say that.
Nobody said that.
Who said his roommate? His roommate, I figured when you say roommate, if you say wife, I wouldn't think roommate, but if you say roommate, I think maybe it's the dude.
There's also some potential rumors about his wife. Just saying that,
these are not even
Kevin Costner might be really familiar with.
We're gonna get sued by Cal Ripken Jr.
Just Google Cal Ripken, Kevin Costner.
Yeah. Google will tell you.
All right. I don't want to. CP is gonna cry or turn.
I am gonna cry. I am cry. Yeah, I can't even talk anymore. I've lost my ability to communicate. Okay, national duels are coming up, Ben. I do want to get into the Tigers and the their participation in, but before we do that, any fond memories, any national duel stories you would want to share? From your time.
I have some great ones.
Yeah, well, share.
We almost freaking won. We almost won my senior year. Freaking Cole Conrad, that bum, had to pin our heavyweight, and make us lose the duel. It was really unfortunate.
What was talk?
He actually pulled a sweet. Josh Wagner almost upset Dustin Schlatter. I think he lost like 2-1, and then Michael Chandler almost upset. Was it the other Schlatter?
CP.
I need to go. Someone Google this for me. And then we did a double bump because we had Marable on the bench. So Marable went in and won at 65. Pell won at 74 because he bumped up. I bumped up to Kish. I won, and then Max won. So we won 4 in a row. But then Cole pinned. It was actually our backup heavyweight. Ellis was hurt, which Mark could get so mad at me. But I don't know if Mark could have taken out Cole Conrad at that time in his life. Cole Conrad was pretty much an animal. That was a lot of fun duel.
Cole Conrad, unbelievable. What's he up to these days? Because he's a Wisconsin guy.
He is. I texted him a while. He's got 3 kids, family, life's good. I want to say he almost stopped by because I want to say his daughter was in a soccer tournament, like somewhat close to here. So he's just having a good life.
Being a big guy.
What year was that?
6?
That was 2007 National Duels. It was in like January something in Cedar Falls.
Is this it?
Let's see your skills, Kozak.
Jeremy Larson.
Was I right? Oh, yeah. Look. Why did they have Michael Chandler's name blacked out?
I don't know.
Oh.
That's weird.
Look into it.
So Michael Chandler. I was right. Josh Wagner lost 1-0. He couldn't get a flipping escape, I think. Or he didn't get an escape.
He took neutral.
What was it?
I bet Dustin.
I don't recall.
Dustin
Or
probably.
did he get ridden out?
Yeah.
Neutral. Schlatter must have chose neutral and he got ridden out, maybe?
Possibly.
I should have. Ashton Primus. Oh, that's a throwback.
Nice highlight, Kozak.
Yeah, if I highlight it, you can see
go.
all the names. There we go.
Oh, yep. Chandler. I was right on that one.
Roger Kitch.
Yep.
Tyler Perry wrestled. Wow.
Oh,
yeah, Tyler Perry.
Question asker?
No, he's the one. Tyler Perry actually coaches at Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas, Nevada now.
Okay.
There's also a Tyler Perry that wrestles for. He's a heavyweight for.
Missouri.
I can't remember.
In 2007.
Uh-oh.
There's another Tyler
I can't
Perry.
remember.
Okay.
Hey, and I just want to, on the record, someone's going to get mad at me for this, but I want to be clear. I didn't just win 5-4. I was up 5-1, and I cut him, and I tried to put him on his back for the bonus point. Just saying. I would have been 6-1, ride time, plus 5-1.
Yeah, I didn't remember that being a 1-point match either.
It wasn't, yeah. So I tried something at the, I cut him, and then I tried to get him on his back, and I gave up a takedown.
You tried your patented lateral drop that you had so much success with throughout your career.
Definitely was. I don't know if I've ever lateral dropped anyone. I mean, maybe like some high school kids, but in a real match, I don't think that's ever happened. I'm definitely not good at that skill set.
You think you could lateral drop Spay?
Yeah, probably.
Why am I signing up for that?
Well, you've been foot swept a lot.
Although the amount of pressure that would land on my chest,
that
could be questionable. I don't know if I want to try that.
Okay, no, I'll try it. Maybe that's down the line. We do the lateral drop check.
Yeah. That's my one skill is being heavy.
Oh dang, this
is the end.
We got the footage.
Yep.
He's got the cradle. Oh, he had it. What's Kish doing here?
I didn't get to cradle him. I was probably taunting him, trying to get him to step up here.
Yeah. He didn't fall for
Why are you going to the end of the match where I get taken down versus when I was getting the takedowns?
We'll go back.
We'll go back. Yeah, let's show the glory.
That's okay. We don't need to watch
he's all
Rest
over
in peace. Rest in peace, Mike Allen, of course, right?
Yes. Mike Allen was awesome.
Nice
He's a
scramble.
He was a quick stall kind of ref too.
No, he needed to be a quicker stall. Quick stall Johnny, was that guy's name?
Johnny Quickstall. It's Jaron Quincy.
Johnny
but do you remember that? We were calling the Wisconsin duel and we just started calling this ref Johnny Quickstall.
Oh yeah, that's when that was. That was so long ago.
It was like 2018.
Yeah, let's get into the good stuff here.
Man. Kozak's really kind of mailing in this replay here.
What are you talking about? I'm getting to the good stuff.
Oh, okay. We're getting.
I'm surprised you found it in such good quality. Usually, it's crazy because you think like I don't feel like I'm that old, but then sometimes you look at video quality from like 2007.
Look at
you're
Brian.
Like, look, Coach Smith so young. Look at him. Oh my gosh.
He got way balder after coaching you. No.
Oh, that's funny.
Look at these fakes.
Yeah, this was so much fun. National Duels was great. I mean, all the years that I was there, I believe all of the best teams went. So it is unfortunate that Penn State is choosing not to participate this year, but you guys have a really, really good field, and hopefully it grows into something, and they will, they'll choose to participate in the future.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Paycom is certainly contributing a lot, and they definitely want to build it so that it's sustainable and can grow. And here it is. Look at this. You get to the leg, it's over.
What are we looking at? I can't see anything. Oh, this is the Yanni's move, but I did it like 15 years before.
Oh, nice.
Now you guys got me reliving my glory. You guys got me reliving some glory days here.
That's okay. It's good to go. It's good to go there from time to time. Your thoughts? Just I know you follow the sport very closely, but your thoughts on the event? What teams you think you would expect, and of course you have the Iowa Missouri match getting it kicked off,
which leads 184. Now you got a lot on the line for you.
Actually, I saw you guys' graphic. There's a lot of really good first round matches, to be honest. Two other AWA guys, Matt Bianchi and Braden Scholes, going at it. That should be an interesting one right away.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually thinking, and I didn't do my research, so maybe you guys can help me out here because we got some big brains in the room. Has there ever been a weight class where there's so many young guys who are already so established as 184? Because you think just freshman, sophomore, and who knows, will develop too. But you have McAnally, he's already been third place. And, we essentially had two legends, Parker and Starocki, graduate last year, and he competed very well against both those guys. You have Ferrari, who also competed really well against Carter Starocki. You have Rocco Welsh, who already made a national final, who all these guys wrestled Carter. And then you have Aeden and Zach Ryder. And Zach Ryder's kicked what's his name's butt. So have we ever had 5 guys that were underclassmen that were as credentialed as these guys are?
I'm trying to think of, was it 2017 or 16 133, or maybe it was 2018.
The 133 was really good, but were they all underclassmen?
They were younger. You had it was like a Fix, and
Bro, Fix was not in college in 2017. Come on.
18 or 19. I don't know. I'm old. I'm getting up there. The years are mixed up a little bit. There was a year.
That's 9 NCAA championships ago. Surely he's not that old.
he's close, Ben.
Really?
Yeah. His first NCAAs was 2019. He was a freshman.
Okay.
He made the finals. But
the year he lost to Suriano?
Yeah.
That year?
And Suriano was a sophomore that year, I think.
Okay.
Maybe a junior, actually. I don't know. We'd have to go back and look it up. But I don't think so, man, because so many of them are freshmen. They're so established. And it's one where you just know they're good, but they haven't really, a lot of them had the NCAA opportunity. I think it's a special class. And really, I don't know how much it changes over the years, because how many of them end up at 97? I don't think, maybe McAnally, maybe Aeden. But I think a lot of them are.
Well, Ferrari family keeps growing, so.
I think
AJ
Angelo, I don't know how big he is, Angelo.
Okay.
We'll see.
Plus, obviously, that would make sense for Iowa's lineup because they have
Ludington,
the one guy now, but he's only got a year left.
Yeah, and Dean.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have Ludington, who's likely going to redshirt this year. But give us maybe some thoughts on the Aeden versus this field, and what you saw from Zach Ryder. Did that surprise you at all?
Yeah, Zach Ryder was really impressive. Obviously, we've been dealing with him for years because that one freaking U.S. Open, he beat Aeden 4-4, and then he beat Connor in the finals to make the
U17
the team. U17, I think it was. So yeah, we've been dealing with him for years. I think he wrestled a harder pace in that match that I've seen. Because I remember, I don't know if you guys remember the U.S. Open final, maybe 2 years ago when he wrestled Noah. Dude, I don't think I've ever seen someone be so tired. He kicked Noah's butt, but he was like so tired. I'm like, okay, surely we're gonna get him now. And then somehow he just couldn't freaking get to him. And Zach Ryder looked like he could barely stand up.
Dang, I don't remember. I'm sure I watched it, but I don't remember that match like you do. But yeah, it's hard to envision that guy being super tired based on what we saw Saturday night.
He was so tired, but Noah couldn't get him.
Aeden versus Angelo. Obviously, a lot of people are excited for that one. How much have you talked with Aeden about this matchup?
You know what? Aeden's kind of a genius. So he told me what his game plan was. And then I'm like, okay, I'll watch also. And I watched, 4 or 5 of Ferrari's matches. And I came up with what I thought the game plan he came up with was the exact game plan that he should have came up with. So I was very impressed by that. Angelo has a very specific style, but obviously he's very, very disciplined. He does a lot of things well. Aeden's got to find a few opportunities here and there. And I think there are things he can take advantage of potentially.
A lot of people have watched Aeden, but for, the majority of our fans are college wrestling fans only. Describe Aeden's style and what makes him a special wrestler.
What makes him special is he's so driven. And he loves it and he thinks about it all the time. So I think that's what makes him so special. And like any good wrestler, in my opinion, he has evolved immensely since I started working with him. So I started working with him, probably 6 years ago, something to that effect. And, one of the qualities that I think a lot of the great kids I've worked with, and I got to assume this is kind of true across the board, but they're very open-minded and open to adding things that you suggest, right? So some of the ones who maybe weren't so successful are like, no, this is what I do. I do this. And, when it's like Aeden, a big one early was he didn't shoot really well. So I was like, hey man, we gotta learn to up our leg attack. And it doesn't ever have to be the only thing you do. You have great drags and slide bys and underhook. I want you to do those things also. But if those aren't working, I want you to have the ability to go get the legs. And so he was very open-minded to that. And that's kind of been, that's been a characteristic of a lot of the better people I've worked with is they are always open-minded to new ideas that help them get better.
Certainly. And his arm drag is, I think, what people notice the most. How often or how long has that been a key component of his game? Is that something you worked on? I know you guys are big on arm drags.
We do a lot of arm drags, but he already had an arm drag by the time he really started working with us, and a slide by because he's smart. So here's what he did. He was a fat kid when he was little, and he figured this out on his own. It was way easier. I actually remember I brought this up to Aeden because he called me about, I don't want to get into what it was about. Anyways, I said, yeah, when you were a little kid, I was so annoyed by you because you were this chunky little kid and you had this smile on your face. And all my kids that I coached would fall for your slide by because little kids don't know how to not put a collar tie on and push. Right. So he just slid by all the guys I was coaching and would annoy the shit out of me. But he was like smart enough to figure out at a young age, hey, I'm a bigger guy. It's going to be hard to go underneath them and finish because, little kids don't really have the power. So he really was a lot of slide bys and arm drags. And, that was him kind of figuring that out on his own. And so it's like, okay, you have those skills great already. Let's not take them away. Let's just add to them.
Absolutely. Now, yeah. I'm sure you probably remember this and watched.
We should have, we should have a picture of fat little Aeden ready for visibility on the screen.
Kozak?
Can you find one, Kozak?
You're testing my skills here. We'll see.
Just type.
Go to his Facebook.
Fat Aeden Sinclair. Just type that. See what pops.
Or what's his mom's name? Can you get his mom's Facebook? I'm sure she posted a photo.
Oh yeah, look at that picture. Look at that guy right there.
Oh my gosh.
Man, the hair was always.
Tell me you wouldn't get mad if that kid was sliding your guys by.
Oh man, with that head, that's not good. That's not good. Oh man, that's hilarious. I love that. That's his profile picture now.
Made it easy.
That's great.
Yeah, your skills were not even tested at all, Coach.
So I remember a time where Iowa wrestled Missouri in the national duels, and it got its own name. They called it Flapgate. Do you remember Flapgate? What do you remember about it?
Oh, I thought you were going to bring something else up.
Oh no, I'm bringing this up.
Yeah, okay. I feel like I've been bragging this show, so I don't want to bring up the other thing. Piss more people off.
You can brag all you want.
Nah, I don't really like to.
I don't know what you were going to bring. What was it?
I thought you were going to bring up that time that Mark Perry wouldn't wrestle me. Got me all fired up. I'll go to the garage and battle someone right now.
Why didn't he wrestle you?
Chicken. Balk, balk. It's funny. I actually like Mark Perry. I like Mark Perry, but that happened. He wrestled the match before me, and he wouldn't wrestle me. Not good.
He was up at 174?
Yeah, remember that one year? 174. Yeah. But he lost it. He either lost or barely beat Jacob Klein from Nebraska. And then we were the next match, and he sat on the bench, and I pinned some back up. And it was like he had been talking. We didn't have social media, but he had done a few interviews where he said, I will definitely out-scramble Ben Askren. So it's like, well, if we're going to do this, let's do this. And then, he didn't want to do it. So he sat on the bench. So, yes, I'm still perturbed by that. I actually like Mark Perry, so hopefully that doesn't bring too much ill will there. But it happened, so, whatever.
I like Mark Perry as well.
So you're talking about the time Alan Waters, did he jump backwards on – no, Thomas Gilman jumped backwards on
Alan
Waters, but then they penalized Alan Waters somehow. It was super convoluted.
It was a catastrophe, but we've got it. It was this is either from Bader or my camera.
Yeah. So he just got a reversal there? Was that what happened?
So he just slams him back.
Oh.
But they call
Bro, that should have totally been a penalty on Thomas Gilman.
Yes. But they called it on Alan. But Alan,
that was insane.
It was. But then Alan wound up winning the match anyways. It was crazy.
Thomas Gilman attacked him. That should be another point.
Yeah, he just didn't catch the whistle.
And that was Pete Gilman.
Oh, yeah. Mustache Gilman.
Not above it, not below it.
Yeah, Brian flips out here when they call it on Alan.
Well, yeah, because legitimately you could hurt someone there too.
So, obviously. And then, of course, Alan wins, and then he starts flapping his wings, and that's how it became Flapgate. It was quite a this was a very contentious dual meet.
This was in the message board days too for me.
So this was the year where Missouri finished third, correct? Or
third and one.
No, that freaking Johnny Eblin headbutted someone.
Yes.
And moved us down to fourth, I think.
Yeah. I think they were fourth that year in 2015. Very good.
Eblin got disqualified and got all of his points taken away.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was not good.
That was not good at all. I think against Zach Brunson of Illinois, if I had to remember.
That who it was?
I think so. Could be.
Hit him with the headbutt?
He headbutted him. It was bad. He was losing and he got mad. I remember I watched it.
Yeah, and he already had I want to say 5 or 6 team points. Like he'd gotten maybe a pin in a major or something like that.
Yeah, no, for sure. And this was I think it was a front side loss too, maybe.
No, I want to say it was backside.
Okay.
I think it was Kozak. Let's go. Bring those brackets up. I want to say it was backside.
You could be right.
I miss Ben putting Kozak to work on this show.
Oh, yeah.
Firing, all of it.
Yeah. Ride him like a dog.
2015 NCAA brackets, that should be easy. That should be like 4 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, remember your original message to Kozak was you're fired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're fired.
Remember, you fired him. That's how we knew we should hire him, after you fired him.
Who did he rank wrong?
It was Amin and Daringer, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I still listen to this day. You know what? I'm just going to go to Ralph and say, let's put this match together because
that's a great idea.
That's an easy one. I know they're buddies, but I want to see it. I'll put in for the pot. I'll put in some extra money just so I get to see it and tell Kozak he's wrong.
That would be the hype video, too. It's like FRL circa 2019.
Kozak has to be there to watch it, too. Because your contention is Ringer, right?
Well, my contention was at that point in time that I thought, how long ago was that? That's probably
2020.
Yeah.
You think it was 2020? I was earlier.
January 2020.
When you first got
Oh, really?
fired.
Okay.
Yeah. It was my first ever piece of content for FloWrestling.
Wow. And last. And last if Ben had anything to do with it.
So it looks like it was.
Let's see.
Wait.
Oh, round of 16.
You got to zoom in on that sucker. I can't read it.
I was right. It was against Brunson.
Backside.
Oh,
you were right.
Good call. He had a major there. Can we scroll over to see what are the team points he lost us?
No,
just scroll. Who's in charge? Not you, Kozak. It's who's ever in the back.
Dude, he lost round 1, so he got half, 1.5, 1.5. So he only scored 3 points.
We'll take the 3 points.
With the A3? That's not nothing. That's not nothing. That's exactly right.
Man, look at that bracket though. Kokesh,
right.
Storley, Crutch.
Oh, he'd have hit Kokesh the next round. Kokesh is such a savage. I was telling my son.
We really should. Honestly, well, you know what's funny? We just talked about earlier this show. This bracket would have been a good example where I believe who took first and second in this bracket.
It was Matt Brown beat Wilps, I think.
Matt Wilps.
Wasn't it Matt Brown, Logan Storley,
Mike Evans,
Kokesh, and Mike Evans? Weren't they all the same age for and same weight class maybe for
3 years,
for a long
2
time?
or 3 years? Yeah,
They were
always knocking heads. Very close matches for a while there. Well, that's a fun little trip down memory lane. So yeah, Iowa versus Missouri should be a great dual meet. National duels are going to be awesome. Do you have any predictions or leanings outside of Missouri Tiger success?
Honestly, I don't really have the bracket memorized at all. I know there was some contention over what it was putting Nebraska 2. Is that what it was? Nebraska's got a pretty scrappy squad, and they did really well at NCAAs last year, and then they picked up Ferrari. Me and Ferrari, we're buddies now. He DMs me all the time.
Oh yeah, nice.
Not all the
Same
time,
here.
once in a while.
Y'all have come full circle.
Once in
Yeah,
a while.
we're in the same boat. Actually, we're gonna have a follow along with AJ coming out today. I think
Maybe tonight.
maybe tomorrow.
For sure. Tomorrow.
You're not editing it, are you?
No.
Okay.
The interview's up though.
The
Interview's up. He's charging himself with photons.
Yeah, there's
You do this, Ben?
a lot of beeping.
I've never heard of photon charging. I got a red light over here, and I got a PEMF mat. I don't got photons.
Okay. Well, he does. Maybe you should look into it.
I'll ask my doctor.
He charges himself at the 437th frequency or something like that. Is that right?
That's the healing frequency, I believe.
Yes, that's what he said. So
Yes,
that's what he holds these.
Smart guy.
He holds these guys, these little electrical tubes. They look like light bulbs for the entire interview with JD, and it's beeping the whole time. Beep.
Whoa.
So
is he like a scientist or something then?
He's
Dr. AJ.
into science. I would say I don't know his major, but
I also got charged for a little bit when I was there.
you see how full JD's hair's growing back?
That's right. All thanks to the frequency of the Earth.
Yeah, he just charged to the
Photons.
frequency of the Earth.
And staying away from 5G as well, right?
Yeah.
He avoid 5G.
And
baby.
natural toilet paper.
Yeah, he's big on bamboo toilet paper. He started.
Wait, what is natural toilet paper?
Well, it's bamboo, and if you don't use that,
You'll get cancer.
Yeah, guaranteed.
So
that's what he says.
he is actually coming out with his own brand of
Toilet paper.
He says he's in the
Is
process
this a joke
right
or
now.
is this real?
This is 100%.
You know what he needs? Hey, you know what I learned this summer, Christian? He needs to sign this guy as his face of the brand, the big dumper from Seattle.
Oh yeah, Cal Raleigh.
Yeah.
You really are getting into
That would be
baseball,
a great one, right?
Yes, that would be great. Oh yeah, AJ Ferrari
Seriously.
and Cal Raleigh.
You just love all cows, don't you?
This is great.
Boom.
Well,
Big dumper brand toilet paper.
that's perfect. That is perfect. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. All right, I don't know where I was going with that actually. I thought
National
I don't know where
duels.
you're going either.
That's where we got.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
National duels.
You don't know a favorite. You're fence sitting, Ben. You don't want to make predictions anymore.
No, you know what it is? I was just telling someone today when I was on FRL, people, and listen, you guys still get this. People are so annoying about, oh, you messed this little thing up or you messed that little thing up. And you really got to watch everything. You got to know what you're talking about. Otherwise, these fans will be annoying as crap. And so, I don't feel the need. If there's a match on, like last weekend, I watched some of Wisconsin and North Dakota State. I watched some of the All-Star. We had P&L. I watched some of my guys. But, I didn't feel the need to go back and watch every little thing because I had to know because I might talk about it. I can just be – listen, I still watch a lot of wrestling, but I can be a significantly more casual fan than what I was.
And that's not a bad thing at all. But I do have to say that no one's annoying anymore now that you've gone. That was just something very specific.
Yeah, right. Christian, they pick on you so much.
Yeah, a little bit. That's okay. It's fun. It's going to be a fun. Boys, you got any questions? Do we have questions for Ben? John?
Let me check the questions. Do you want me to bring in that picture?
Oh, yeah, I've got a picture. You're going to love this picture,
shit.
Ben.
You're going to like the way you look.
Oh, yes.
We were searching for a picture of you in DC, like, quickly, and we couldn't find one that was, really fit, although I'm sure.
I looked up and shout out Tony Rotundo.
Oh, look at that one. That's a good one.
We found this one. We got to freeze and enhance here, but we're going to have to do a full scan.
Look how shredded I am there.
Lean.
Ripped.
This is 74 kilogram Ben. So if you're just listening, Ben Askren has his cornrows because Dennis Sargouche ripped his hair sometime before this. This is the
dirty fighter.
He's dirty. Now he coaches Russia. He's got. Let's go down to the shoes.
Pinned down.
He's got the classic ankle socks. He's a big ankle sock guy, and he's cornering his brother.
Listen, I don't know anyone can justify wearing bigger socks. They're so uncomfortable, and they take so much more time to put on. Just put some ankle socks on. Simple.
Yeah.
I don't think they take more time. I don't think so.
It adds
definitely take more time.
It adds up.
You got to pull them up.
1 second a day
It
for
adds
your
up.
entire life. That's like a whole day you wasted with socks.
And especially if you imagine you're going to spend one day, putting on socks.
Hey,
You're going to want that.
that's why I'm going no socks. I'm not
He's
even wearing
sockless.
socks.
Okay, well, that makes up for the
we go.
long big
Fools,
socks.
time is money.
So
How much more money I made than you?
Max is wrestling Daniel Cormier in this picture. That's why it popped up for us. So, that's Sean Charles there. But yeah, I thought this picture was absolutely incredible, Ben.
I like Max's chin strap beard he's got going.
Yeah.
I was thinking it kind of looks a little bit Russian there, huh?
Yeah.
Dagestan style.
Askrenov.
No mustache.
Then we were talking about, speaking of no socks, we were talking about, the guy, you don't like this guy, Dylan Palacio, but Ollie was talking, he's friends with him, and he was in Australia. I was in Australia, and he was talking about how great it was. I was like, yeah, Ben said Australia was great. And then he was talking about all like the dangerous things, and like you always have to check your shoes. I was like, wait, Ben has this great advantage because he doesn't really wear shoes. He only wears flip-flops. You don't have to check flip-flops for venomous snakes.
No scorpions in those flops.
You're really playing chess out there, Ben.
Think about how much time I'm saving now.
That's true. That's true. Oh my gosh, it's 11:30. Where is the time gone?
I know we're having too much fun on here.
We are having.
Listen, Sydney, Australia. I love Sydney, Australia. When I'm never going to fully retire, but when I partially retire at some point in time, I was thinking we'll start an AWA there and I can go coach like 6 months in the winter or something.
Oh yeah,
that's a pretty good idea.
Endless summer style. You just flip-flop back and forth.
And if you need to see,
absolutely,
if you need someone to show like a Spladle series or some anything super technical, Ben, just bring me there for a couple months.
Has Nolf put you on the coaching roster yet?
Not yet. No. I guess he thinks like Gino Morelli and like John Broughton are better options at
what
this
the
point.
heck?
Yeah. No.
I tell him it's all about. I don't give a damn how many moves you know. It's all about your ability to connect with the kids.
Well, I can do that.
Tell him, Christian.
All right. Maybe I will. But no, yeah, it's been great. I mean, Jason does an awesome job. It's been fun to watch him coach. He's a funny guy. He'll show a move. He'll be like, all right, here's what was he showing yesterday? I forget what it was. But anyways, he'd be like, all right, then you get on top here and then you finish with an arm bar. And he would literally like rip out an arm bar. Then they come on top.
I think you guys put that on social media or something.
Oh, really? It happened last night. So it may be already out there. I didn't even see anyone recording.
This is something I was watching a week ago. I swear. So maybe, because my buddy John Broughton.
Yes.
Maybe he texted it to me or something.
Dude, this was funny.
I can't recall.
So
you know what? Go ahead.
Jason, he reminds me of you in some ways. And I'm talking to him in practice about.
Is it because he's super autistic?
Super.
No, no, not at all. I just
much Tylenol.
I just think he's just the way he delivers things. And he's like, hey John, I just check out this arm bar I hit on Declan. And he like shows this like super complicated thing, and he's rolling through, and it looked like cool and like technical. And John's like, who's Declan? He goes, Jason just looks at him and goes, he's 10. Just some 10-year-old kid that does jujitsu at the club. It was hilarious.
And he crushed him.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah. Okay. Did
you know what? Actually, the long text conversation, I was thinking about making a video about it tomorrow. Burroughs put So I did not actually read the full post. He put something about how club hopping is dumb. I think that's what it said. That's what someone surmised to me.
No, it's true.
And I said, yes, I think this is stupid. I've said this is stupid for so many years. And Jason actually texted me that he went to multiple clubs. And then we kind of like talked through it. And, one of the things I'll just say the biggest thing, God, there's kind of a lot of big ones. So it's hard to say there's one biggest, but one of the biggest things that parents don't understand about club hopping and so many different coaches is the ability of an athlete to synthesize information and put it together in a package that is going to work well on the mat. Because when you're on the mat, you have to do things nearly instantaneously. Mm-hmm. It's not like you can say, time out, let me think about it for 5 seconds. Oh, yeah, right? And then you get to go. So the ability to synthesize different information or differing information most of the time gets kids really confused because they say, oh, well, do I do this or I do this? And now because they don't have one system, they have a hesitation, right? Now, people like Jason, I'm pretty sure he's like a genius, or an Aeoden Sinclair or Mitchell, Keegan, these guys who are obsessive about wrestling, they think about it a lot. I can say something to Aeden as he goes out of bounds and back to the center, and he'll freaking nail it, like real time, But the people who have the ability to really synthesize that quickly are few and far between. It generally takes a lot of kids longer. And then especially with the younger kids, if you don't really put it together for them, man, they're all over the place.
Yeah. So maybe you can yell at me because Caleb's kind of he still goes to Outlaw too. And he goes to Nulf. Am I ruining his life?
Well, I mean, so I was going to give a few caveats because there obviously are a few caveats here. Number one, as some people are in a place where a club might have only 2 days of practice per week. Like if you're going to be good at wrestling, you got to do more than 2 days. So then you're going to have to go multiple places to get in the practice you need, right? So that would be like one of the caveats. I think changing is fine. And so like I always just bring up, hey, when my kids were 5 years old, we went and signed up for the local soccer program. We were happy there for a few years, and then Alex wanted to take it a little more seriously. So we went and found one that was kind of like a step up. Mm-hmm. Right. And then, same thing with Ozzy and baseball. But it's like, well, but we're not changing every year. So like Alex is 12 or 13. She's 12, going to be 13. Like we've changed one time.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not like we're changing. It's not like going to other places. And then, I mean, now you get me going down this rabbit hole. One of the other biggest problem I would say with this is parents being, and not, I actually don't think this is you, Christian, so don't be getting all upset or nothing. Parents thinking the world revolves around their child. Meaning, oh, my kid's always got to wrestle the best kid in the room and they're special and they should get special treatment. That attitude is freaking toxic to clubs. It is so toxic. I will tell someone, hey, there's the door. Bye. See you. Like, we're not playing that game. And so these kids are older, so I can tell the story about them, and I know they would be fine with it. But like Connor Thorpe, who wrestles in Northern Iowa, he was the third best kid in his like weight area in our room. And he's like, well, I only want to go with, it was Keegan and Aiden Medora. I want to go with them all the time, and they won't go with me all the time. And I said, well, Connor, think about how you're thinking about them. And then, well, how do people below you think if you're trying to only go with them and not go with anyone below you? Like you're thinking the world revolves around you. Mm-hmm. And that's something like Max is probably even better than me at it, but we always ask, hey, if, Keegan, if we're going to give you a bunch of attention, we're going to help you. We want you to help some other people also. And he was always amazing about it. Aiden, same thing. And so, that is really something like building the community and building everyone up versus just, this is only about me. This is only for me. This should only benefit me. Screw everyone else. Like that is such a freaking toxic attitude to have. So if you're a club owner, you should be doing your very best, not to cater to the best kids with a terrible attitude, but to try to build camaraderie and a group that really is willing to work together and sacrifice for each other. And over the course of a longer period of time, a lot of those kids that are down here compared to you, they're going to come up, especially if you help them.
Yeah. 100%.
So
yeah, well, and
I got on a soapbox.
No, we like.
I can't stand that shit though. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, and I think Jordan what he kind of elaborated about it on the post show. It's like basically the parents, if they don't have the kids don't have the success that they want, they just immediately like up and pick up and go to a different club. And that's certainly not why we kind of do two different clubs. Like Caleb's been an Outlaw a long time. They're great people. He's got good partners there, good coaches. So it just works to have a little bit of both. But yeah,
that's it. So I mean, now you got me really going, Christian.
Keep going.
So one of the Max is really good at explaining this too, or better than me, I would say. But if you think about it, one of the big problems is most parents, I won't say like 97%, they're not real wrestling fans. They're not watching all ages of wrestling, right? They're not longitudinally following kids from age 6 to through college. Whereas I've seen that thousands of times now. Mm-hmm. And so, this other club, these other knuckleheads over here are running the kids hard as shit at 8 years old. And now the parents think, oh, well, that 9-year-old's really good. I should probably go there. But then, that's a recipe to make them quit by the time they're 12. Exactly. But the parent's not watching from 6 to 23. They're watching, like, if their kid's 8, they're probably watching like 7 through 9-year-olds. Like, they're not really concerned with everybody else on the most part, And so they see that club and they go, oh, that club's got a lot of good 9-year-olds. We should go over there. It's like, well, like, why don't you just watch them a few more years and then see what happens to them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, go see what their high school roster's like. I actually have to shut up. But I'll tell you one little nugget about this. It's the most clear story. I was at a tournament in Illinois. This is very many years ago, probably 8 years ago. There was I don't remember it was a littler kids division, probably like, I was like a 3rd through 6th and a 5th through 8th, or an 11 and under and over 11, something to that effect, Yeah. And we're in like the seating meeting, and the coach goes, I've probably told this because we did talk for like 5 years straight. So I probably have said this before. So sorry if I'm repeating myself.
No.
He's like, yeah, we only have a team in the younger division. We have 46 kids that are under 11, and we only have 3 that are over. I don't know what the problem is there. I was like, I know what the damn problem is. You're making them all quit.
Yeah.
You're making all of them quit. You had 46 kids, and now you got 3. They all quit because you're probably treating them like crap.
Yep.
It's a red flag.
It's a big problem. That's a big red flag. You need that. Should have pretty even distribution from youth up to those high school levels.
I would argue the other way. For a club, it should even go up.
Yeah.
Right? Because like I just said about kids starting, like, we actually encourage most of our younger kids to go to their local youth clubs and participate there. We like that. We don't dislike that. Those obviously usually only last like 3 months or whatever during the winter, but we want them to be participating. But as kids start to get more serious and they want to really, really be good, then more of them are going to come to us, right? And so we see this thing where if you took like how many 3rd graders we had or 4th graders or whatever, and you followed that group all the way up through 12th grade, we would have more of them and more of that age in 12th grade than we would in 4th grade. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah, it does make sense.
Because they like it, so they stick around. As people get more serious, they realize we're the best place to be. If they come to us, then they generally don't leave. So I actually would argue that it should go up. But yeah, to your point, if you look at like Track used to do this on their bracketing systems, but if you clicked, you could see like all the brackets. And what do they call that system where there's only 4? Madison, is that what they call it?
Yes.
Like Rob, you would see it would go K through 2 and then 3 through 4, right? And there would be the most of those. And then as you got to 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, they would go down, right? So there were significantly less 7th and 8th graders than 5th, 6th, and less 5th, 6th, and 3rd and 4th. So you see a kind of a high amount of attrition, which I would love to see it go the other way.
Yeah. Amen. Well, Ben, really appreciate you coming on, buddy. This is awesome.
This was fun. Sorry if I talk too much.
No, that's actually one of the main reasons we had you on.
Yes.
So you would.
I'm just stuck in my house. I'm going to talk to.
I don't know. You might have to go, Ben. You're busy, but we did get the thumbs up to go
till noon.
Extra till noon.
Oh, we got.
Ben's got to go 11:45. So one more question, if you want.
I have no more questions.
I have some breaking news that came out just about 5 minutes ago.
What?
It's not super important or super big, but the lawsuit brought forward by Iowa students who were targeted in the gambling thing, it has been dismissed because then their case is dismissed, but then they sued the state because their rights were violated, but that case has been dismissed. The judge ruled the Iowa whatever had immunity to violate rights. Dismissed.
Wow, great news.
So rights mean nothing anymore. Rights mean nothing anymore, apparently.
Wow.
That's nonsense.
Getting my rights violated over here.
That's crap. That was that was an insane
What
situation.
a downer note to end on, JD.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, good.
I
wanted to hear that the frickin' overbearing, overstepping government was getting put in check, but no.
I wanted them to give Nelson Brand 7 more years of eligibility.
Yeah.
Bring him back.
Well, bring him back. Bring back Nelson.
Not to go, but Nelson did bet on his own school.
Wow.
So
details.
It's called school spirit.
It was kind of
school
funny
spirit,
because
JD.
like,
They used to have pep
the
rallies.
NCAA ruled like you can vote on professional or bet on professional sports.
You can vote too.
Yeah, you can vote as well on professional sports. But
man, this betting scandal in the UFC is crazy.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Dude, I know Dulgarian. I was teammates with him.
What?
Oh,
this is
going
a stain on the loper.
He was never officially a loper, but he kind of was for a couple months. It's a long story.
What do you think, Ben?
Yeah.
He's going to jail for sure.
Oh, snap.
That's where
He found guilty.
Federal effing prison, as Dana White would say.
That's where most lopers
he's
end
guilty for sure. It's crazy. The other one is how many guys are coming out and saying it happened to them. I never saw it happen to anyone I knew of. So I was like, yeah, obviously you're not dumb enough to not realize it's a possibility, but I really didn't think it happened. I know James Krause got busted a few years back. Yeah, and then obviously, the other one that blows my mind is the NBA stuff because those dudes are making
hundreds of millions
of dollars, and they're still trying to gamble on games. Like, bro, you're making $1 million. Just put it in the bank and don't be a dumbass.
It's the thrill of doing bad stuff.
Hooking your boys up.
I mean, I guess.
Put a bunch on this.
The one dude made like over like $100 million. You could hook your boys up so easily without felonies.
Well, he was probably doing that.
There's no way $100 million could cover all those people.
Yeah, no chance.
That's why he said, "Hey, bet your own money," but I would bet this if I were you.
Well, one of the problems is you start doing card games with the
JD.
mob. So
JD's going to jail now, Christian.
Hey,
get him.
I know. I'm worried about it. This dude. You know what happened at the All-Star? We had worked tirelessly, and they had ordered us some nice New York style pizzas, and some scumbag literally picked up 4 of the 6 pieces and left with them. Okay, just stole. And then this guy JD. No, but maybe because you know what?
The pizza was for me.
You know what JD
hooking
said?
his boys up.
He said I have to.
Boys up.
He said I have to respect that. That's awesome.
So that's hilarious.
He called it a baller move.
What's he talking about? It's so easy to steal, and this guy thinks he's glorifying it. Can you believe it? So he
Send
might
him to jail. We need him off the street.
Spay, you're a cop. Arrest him.
Dude, your favorite wrestler's nickname is Looted.
Yeah, that's
who's that?
Ethan Styles. He doesn't steal.
His nickname is Looted.
That doesn't mean he steals.
He's never stolen 4 pizzas and bragged about it.
Take him and James.
Yeah, fine. If I find out that Ethan Styles took 4 pizzas from us, you know what? Yeah. He can pay the price. Ben Askren, thank you so much.
Didn't he get looted by Jackson Joy last weekend?
And Caleb Tyus. He was looted himself.
Double looted.
Minor setback, major comeback, Ben. You heard it here first, buddy.
All right, I got to run. I'm late. See ya.
All right, see you, buddy. Thank you.
See you, Ben.
The great Ben Askren. That was awesome. Spay, you want to do a read?
Yeah, look, you have your Inflix 3.
And it doesn't look like I'm wearing them.
And now you got your Inflix 4, athleteps.com. I didn't even have to read it, but here it is right there. They're lightweight, durable, and with a match-ready feel. The first time you lace them up, the best shoe in the game just got better. 8 colorways. Go to athleteps.com right now. Well, right after the show ends, which will be probably shortly. Get yourself some new
First matches are coming soon.
Inflict 4s.
For you high schoolers. So get your shoes now.
So quick rundown of this weekend, what we got going on. We're not going to get into all this super in depth, but just want to shout it out, mention it. Tonight,
yes,
Iowa versus Bellarmine, or as we call it in this company, Bellamere.
Because Sion.
Classic Sion, who cannot pronounce anything. And things just get jumbled up in his brain. Was pronouncing it Bellamere because he got the wrestler Bellamere in the school.
Yeah.
Bellarmine.
He had a good one the other day. What was it? Oh, my gosh. All right, never mind.
But first look at Iowa, which will be interesting. I also want to say Iowa stepping up their content game.
That video was incredible.
Dude, it got me
I was so fired
hyped up.
I was picking up Caleb from church. I was just sitting in the parking lot just watching it. I was like, oh, my gosh, I want to exercise.
This video's on their Twitter, by the way. If you haven't seen X, the Everything app where everything happens, go check it out. Hawkeyes Wrestling.
It just says, why are you here? It's just, man, it's just good. Great video.
It's a great video. I like to see Iowa, leaning into the content and showing, we're Iowa. We expect to win. Also, Tom and Terry started their own YouTube channel, which is super cool.
They're in the content game.
You got some Tom and Terry commentary.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. So, yeah, watch that video. That's a great video. But, yeah, excited to watch Iowa and Bellarmine just get our first look at some of these new Hawks. It's a new look lineup for sure.
Yep. Friday, we've got Army versus Nebraska, Bucknell versus Virginia Tech, and obviously that will be Oklahoma State Stanford as well. Saturday action, Michigan State Open. A lot of good teams there like Michigan, Indiana, Arizona State.
Live on Flow.
Live on Flow. Cyclone Invitational is Saturday. Should be some good matchups there. Wisconsin, Utah Valley.
Extended wrestle-offs.
Yes, extended
So the
wrestle-offs.
rankings
Also,
matches.
don't the winners get like a pound of bacon or something?
Oh, I have not seen this.
Oh, I'll find it.
Is that legal?
Goodness
Iowa
sake,
pork,
and a
baby.
pound of bacon.
Love pork.
Uh,
Nero Johnson doesn't like pork.
That's true.
He doesn't eat pork.
Not for him.
That's okay.
For no reason in particular, just not for him.
Journeyman Wranglemania goes down Saturday. Virginia versus Lehigh. Navy versus Rutgers. Sunday.
Live on Flow, Wranglemania.
That's right. Sunday, Tiger Style. Missouri, Oklahoma, Purdue, SDSU, Little Rock. 65 is kind of fun there. Joy Blaze versus Peyton Keller and Maddie Bianchi.
JD, where can you watch the Tiger Style invite?
Live on Flow.
Hell yeah.
That's right. The Bison Open is Sunday. You got Minnesota versus the Dakotas, SDSU and NDSU. Journeyman Collegiate Classic. A lot of good teams there.
Also, you can watch Live on Flow. That is the best round-robin tournament of the year.
That's right. There are a lot of good
Everybody's in
teams there,
pools.
but it's pools. So
Everybody in the pool.
that's right. Ohio State versus Chattanooga. That one's particularly interesting because we could get Cody Chittum versus Cannon. But
go.
Chittum also registered for Bill Farrell, so I don't really know what's going on there. Cooper Flynn versus McCrone, too. It's a fun one. And we've got the UNC is Chopped Bowl. UNC versus UNC. UNC versus UNC.
Oh.
North Carolina versus
Ooh.
Northern
The
Colorado.
loser is definitely chopped.
Oh, man.
Holy cow.
Unk versus Unk.
That's right. so
Only one Unk can survive.
I will absolutely be tuning in to that one.
Yeah,
All the
have
Unks will
to.
be watching.
you can't miss that one. That's outstanding.
And then Bill Farrell, Greco Friday. Freestyle goes down Saturday. Not live on Flow. It has been live on Flow in the past, but it's not this year. But a lot of really interesting entries
Yes.
in there. Ono versus Antonio Mills at 57. 61, DeSanto, Sam Herring, Jesse Barrow, Kyle Berwick, Mikhail McGee, Ulu, Erdenbat. 65, Bowoff, Bassett, and Bartlett.
Bo v.
Oh,
Bo.
that was 1-0 last time.
Yes, well, it's Bo Bartlett match.
I know, but it's a Bo Bassett match.
I was about to say, Bartlett is the only person that can make Bassett have a 1-0 match.
Yeah.
Kale Happel, Latona, and multiple Ulus are also in that bracket.
There's so many Ulus.
This Mongolian at 57, he's the guy that beat RBY. So that could be a good match for Ono as well.
Okay. Nice.
70 kg. This one's good. Melvin Miller, Alec Pantaleo, Ian Parker, Cody Chittum, Caleb Henson, Tyler Kasak, Ed Scott.
K-Sac.
Man, you weren't kidding.
Which that
JD.
shows
Mm-hmm.
you know what he's doing this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's putting the shirt on and it's red, which means Duke time.
DJ.
Hey, did you guys see Penn State release their roster? I know this
Yeah.
is a little bit of a
I
deviation.
got a couple 33-pounders.
Yeah, but they've since updated it,
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
and
We
so
now have
they
some
got
40-pounders as well.
Blaze and Ono at 33,
Mm-hmm.
Davis, and Nagao at 41.
Okay.
Was that your doing, Kozak? Do you think because you made that tweet that they updated?
I mean, probably. I'm a powerful guy.
Yeah.
So
Don't get him.
I have a lot of powerful friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I think my guess right now is Nagao with a Braden red shirt. But we'll see. If Nagao struggles, don't be surprised at all to see Braden in there.
Ono is listed as a junior.
Yeah, I don't know what
about?
it means. I don't
Well,
know.
didn't we say he only has a red shirt in a year?
Yeah.
Is that what it means?
But that would make him a senior, and then he redshirts.
It's weird to give a guy a red shirt in 1 year. It's like give him 2 years. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Me neither.
We'll find out this year.
I'm not sure the NCAA even knows how it works
They
anymore.
don't know how it works. Dude, 2 years of Ono would be incredible.
Yeah. Sorry I interrupted Bill Farrell talk, JD.
That's pretty much it for our talk. Also, 125, a little interesting because we were Mason and Paris is back with Trent Helger and Cody Merrill. Kobe.
And Big Slav.
Sorry, Big Slav.
Big Slav.
Tarkovsky, baby.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Farrell.
good slate of wrestling this weekend, but really it's just a nice appetizer for what's going down next week, Saturday and Sunday, the National Duels Invitational. I feel like we've been talking about this one for so long. It's hard to believe. It felt like something you were going to have to wait till March. Like you almost weren't ready in October. Like, wait, this is actually happening next month. And now we're a week out.
And the finals got upgraded from ESPNU to ESPN2.
Let's go.
That'll bring you like, I don't know, 30 million more households that get ESPN2 versus ESPNU. ESPNU is like the lowest level for ESPN, but moving on up.
30 million.
Sweet. Okay.
Questions?
Any questions? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start with a fun one. This one's for JD from Hey, it's Tyler.
To address this.
Does JD want to call out anyone on the kickball team for not being an athlete this week, or perhaps apologize for previous comments?
Just so you know, this is Tyler, producer Tyler, who used to produce the show. He abandoned you. He abandoned this show, and he left us. He left us with Greg.
Well, it's a lot like
He is like 40 feet that way.
Greg's a good producer, but the attitude on this guy.
Well, Tyler left the show a lot like the way you left the kickball team.
Oh.
Very similar situations. He leaves the show, you leave kickball.
Okay, yeah, I did leave kickball, but I left on the bottom.
Yes. I should probably apologize to Hannah for calling her out.
Not athlete.
Not an athlete.
That's not what I meant. She actually is she's pretty athletic. She's a good kickball player. So I do owe Hannah an apology.
You don't know where
anybody would be
You
tracked down by
you should have
Devontae.
just doubled down.
Double down.
Yeah, really disappointed.
I
But,
said what I
Hannah
said.
is not somebody you want to double down against.
Oh, no.
She's not somebody you want coming after you.
well, what was great, JD, we got to call you out for being an athlete, for showing off, because what you said was you were trying to talk about how Devontae is a good athlete, a new kickball player on our team.
He ran track at Texas Tech.
Yeah, and he
Or currently runs track.
was about to lap Hannah on the base paths, and you were trying to point that out, even though no one knows who Hannah or Devontae is. And then we tried to set you up in this game, and we had you go up to kick.
Right
and then it
before
was like,
Devontae.
Devontae, you're next. And you're like, wait a minute. Very immediately clued in, and it worked out perfectly. You got to first base, and then Devontae bombs a kick. And I have never seen JD sprint as fast. He was motoring faster than I've ever seen. You would not allow Devontae to catch you. And
Hannah
we
was
all-
recording. I wasn't going to allow it to happen.
Yeah, she wasn't being very slick with the camera. We wanted to get you on that one and maybe play the video, but you thwarted our efforts because you were so fast. So congrats
So it sounds like
on the speed.
you're a lot faster than Hannah. So maybe, I don't know.
What's also great about
have to walk it back.
this story is that right after we did the show, or whatever, when you called out Hannah, Spay immediately is like, Hannah, you'll never believe JD called you out live on air.
Well, first I said you got some airtime, but multiple people, you included, Kozak, wanted to make sure that Hannah knew that.
And Greg, and producer Greg.
And
There's a
Greg.
bunch of rats in this
Yeah.
studio.
I
I
didn't
thought what
tell her.
happened in the studio.
We all
stayed
knew
in
it
the
was
studio.
eventually going to get out and you were going to get it.
Yeah, I didn't tell her.
Okay. We have time for maybe a couple questions
Okay, yeah.
that are real.
let's do
All right, Tyler Perry, which could have been
Could've been
Missouri's
heavyweight.
heavyweight. Yeah. Do you think kids shouldn't be able to commit until senior year? That way, schools have more clarity on what they can offer them with changing NIL rules, and kids' priorities will be more closely aligned to what they will be by graduation.
I don't know about this, but I would not be surprised if the recruiting window moves again more towards their senior year. I said, because, it was June 15th going into their senior year. Now it's after their sophomore year, they're getting called. I think that's going to get moved. There's talks to move that down the line, which is going to invariably change this. It's going to change when these kids are verbaling. So whether it should or shouldn't, I think if they're getting calls and getting recruited the summer after their sophomore year, then you should expect them to be committing at that point in time. And now if you move it further down, which I think is totally appropriate, I think we'll see that will shift as well. And I think that's probably a good thing.
They just moved it back for football.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't remember. I didn't look into it that much exactly to see when the windows were, but so that is a trend in other sports.
Yes, indeed. Okay. We have one from John Aff. You want to read this?
Yeah. AJ Ferrari said he's got some injuries. It doesn't make sense to push it this early in the season. Any thoughts on if he wrestles at national duels?
So our insider, Dylan Gunther, is going to have a profile with Mark Manning. It may be out. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. But he said he talked to him specifically about that, and Coach Manning said he's ready to roll. So sounds like they expect him for national duels, which they want to win. They need AJ Ferrari. You can't come in here partially staffed. Even one weight like that that's a big shift.
Mm-hmm.
So hope we do see him.
All right. For the group, who would you consider has the best signature move? For example, McElravy boot scoot, Jack slide by, JB blast double, Dake bomb.
Ooh, man.
I mean, in terms of probably iconic, it's JB double. But in terms of like cool factor, you probably got to go Dake bomb.
Yeah.
Big bombs are dope. The
But
one that comes
it's also
to
way
mind,
less often.
Helen Maroulis hitting the slide by foot
Yeah.
sweep and pinning like everybody at Worlds.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool to see it. Like she's done it before, but then it was just like, all right, I'm done with these people. I'm just gonna hit this move.
But Lincoln McElravy is the only one you can say he's hitting the boot scooting boogie.
Mm-hmm.
No one else.
So I don't know which one is the best.
All right. Criteria over OT asks, will the National Duels Invitational draw for starting weights for each duel at the beginning for everyone, or just start at 125?
I saw this question, and I reached out to the man who would know, Matt Serber, and he said, yes, start at 125. 9 A teams will weigh in side by side with the team they wrestle, followed by 11 A teams. All duels will start at 125.
Beautiful.
There you have it.
The way God intended.
Yes. That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
That's so funny.
What a nice definitive answer.
Yes.
All right, boys. Well, it's 12:01. I don't know.
We did it.
Yeah.
What a show. 2 hours. I mean, wow. That was great. Daniel, Ben.
Doubles of the stars.
Doubles of the stars in the Olympiad.
Doubles of the stall, less souls.
Yeah, you're a freaking dead man, JD.
Dude, he took your soul.
Nah. I did not accept the fight. You challenged him.
You said he wants your soul.
if you never had one.
JD's yeah, we'll see. Maybe his soul's mine. We'll see. It belongs to Jesus though. To my right, JD. Thank you, Spay. Thank you, John Kozak. If you're going to the Oklahoma State duel, I will see you tomorrow with my boy Connor Petros, the Sweet Prince. We're gonna be on the scene. We're gonna be at the tailgate. Come say what's up. We may say what's up to you because we're doing a video. Thanks so much. See you soon. Monday show is going to be awesome. National Duel's almost here. Goodbye.